Johnny Freeman, 18 years of age, would lure 5-year-old Shiovana McCain into an abandoned apartment, which was on the 14th floor of Henry Horner Homes. He would lure her in the apartment by giving her candy, and when he got her in the apartment, he assaulted her. And after this guy was done, he pushed her out the 14th floor window. Those boys lured Pedro into an abandoned building, where Xavier says those boys beat the 14-year-old boy to death.
What up, Mula gang? It's your boy Mula, aka Mr. Mula. I'm back with another video. This is Chicago's most horrific murders, all caught on camera, man. Make sure y'all watch that full video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you new. Let's get it.
A lot of murders that happen in Chicago occur in an unusual and horrific way, which this video is filled with that will consistently have you thinking. Like this unusual and horrific murder that happened on October 24th, 2008.
So now I can tell my side of the story of what happened on October 24th of 2008.
Which the famous singer Jennifer Hudson's family would be victims. 29-year-old Jason Hudson and his mother Darnell Donaldson, 57 years of age, were inside their house in the morning time hours when they were both found in the bedroom of the house with multiple gunshot wounds. Jennifer Hudson's 7-year-old nephew, Julian King, which was the son of her oldest sister, Julie Hudson. He was initially reported as an Amber Alert, but 3 days later on October 27th, 2008, he would be found beneath a dirty shower curtain, resting lifeless on the rear seat of an abandoned SUV that was stolen, which he was found on the west side of Chicago, the opposite side of town on their Englewood home. He was shot twice in the back of the head. The man that was responsible for these murders was William Bradford, which was the husband of Jennifer Hudson's sister, Julia Hudson. He was mad because she wanted a divorce and she began seeing another man.
I didn't know about that. Hold on, y'all, because y'all know I love putting y'all on to that easy money. CashKick.com is a free to use cash rewards marketplace that helps you save and grow your money. This is some of the simplest and easiest ways to make money right now. All you have to do is play mobile games on your phone and you can earn up to $500 per deal. Now remember, I said CashKick.com is free to use, so they will never ever ask you to send them any type of money. Signing up is super easy. All you need is an email and a password. Once you sign up, all you have to do is download your first offer and start making money. Now your offers and reward amounts can change at any time. So that means you can download a game on your phone, play it for long enough, make $500 on one day, and the next day you can download a whole nother game, play it for long enough, make $300. Next day, same thing. This is some of the easiest money I can tell you about right now. And again, you can earn up to $500 per deal. So this is what I need you to do. Go to CashKick.com, make you an account, activate your account. Make sure you turn on allow tracking on your phone so that the app can actually track how much you're playing the game and earn you some of the easiest money you can make. Y'all can't say I ain't never did nothing for you. Skate. Oh, like, you know, just growing up in Chicago, when you were a kid, like I was 6, 7 around this time, 8. I remember the story, shorty, but I didn't know, like I was too young to really know that that's why you did that, folks.
And on December 1st, 2008, Bradford was arrested and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder.
That's crazy, bro.
Anybody.
You understood why you would be a suspect, right?
As far as what?
As far as the murders.
No, I didn't understand.
And is now serving 3 life sentences plus 120 years. This next incident would be a crazy event where a 5-year-old girl will lose her life. It was June 10th, 1985. On a cool Chicago day in the Henry Horner Homes, which was a low-income housing area on the west side of Chicago. Johnny Freeman, 18 years of age, would lure 5-year-old Shiovana McCain into an abandoned apartment, which was on the 14th floor of Henry Horner Homes. He would lure her in the apartment by giving her candy, and when he got her in the apartment, he assaulted her. And after this guy was done, he pushed her out the 14th floor window.
Bro, hell no, bro. What the fuck are we watching, bro? And I'm not going, this is what I be saying about a lot of like Chicago. Yes, the new Chicago is crazy, bro. But go read about the Chicago in the 80s and the 90s, boy. Niggas was getting sniped out of project buildings, all type of, I'm talking about real sniper, quick scoping across the map. Like, I'm telling you, gang, it was going down. It's always like Chicago, just, I don't know, folks.
This was a real tragic and unusual death
That's
in
actually crazy,
1985.
bro.
After he committed the murder, he confessed to the police after they told him that they would drop him off to a gang that would beat him for the horrific acts that he committed. Johnny Freeman was sentenced to over 45 years in prison for the murder of Shiovana McCain and is still doing time to this day. This guy will probably never see the day of light again.
Bro.
This next situation would be another crazy murder because a guy would be involved in a murder at only the age of 14. It was October 29th, 1989. Xavier Erath Bey was 13 years of age where he turned 14 years of age at this time. And then he would see a suspected member of a rival gang named Pedro Martinez, which he was approaching him and his group. And he was 14 years of age at the time too. As he was expected to do, Xavier called out for his friends. His friends then came out the house into the street while assuring Pedro that he had nothing to fear. Those boys lured Pedro into an abandoned building where Xavier says those boys beat the 14-year-old boy to death. Within days, police arrested Xavier and 3 other boys that was charged with murder.
Bro.
At this point, Xavier had 19 arrests and 7 convictions, ranging from robberies to assaults and batteries. But this is where the story turns around for a pretty good ending, because while in prison, Xavier earned his bachelor's degree in social science. He was also released at the age of 26 after serving 13 years as a model inmate. He also became a youth mentor to those like himself. This next murder, 2 parents would leave their 2-year-old daughter with somebody that was terribly dangerous that ended bad. The date was April 14th, 2012. The mother had allegedly dropped off Ammani at DeVell M. Johnson's house, 23 years of age, who was also her boyfriend at the time. She was going to work around this time at around 7 a.m. and she worked at a downtown hotel. DeVell M. Johnson lived in a house in the 5500 block of South Emerald Avenue. But tragically, Ammani Cotton was found unresponsive that Saturday at Johnson's home in the Englewood neighborhood. The mother, Brittany Cotton, said, "It appears someone tortured my child. This was somebody that was supposed to care for her," she said. An ambulance was dispatched at the home around 4:28 p.m.
And that's what I'm promise y'all, gang. Like, on bro grade, niggas can say whatever they want to say, bro. I'm not sending my kids to no daycare. Like, I'm too paranoid. I don't want no strangers around my kid, my vulnerable kid, my kid that can barely even talk or explain or articulate what they trying to say or can barely even tell a story. Like, I'm not dropping my kids off in no daycare. If it's not me or they mama, it's they goddamn uncle, and if it's they auntie, and if it ain't that, it's my mama, my girl mama. Like, it ain't, if it's not them, it ain't gonna be nobody. We just won't go then, on bro. If my, like, I swear to God, gang. It's just not an option. Ever. For now. I just refuse. Like, I refuse to let that shit happen, gang. Like, I'm scared. I'm terrified. Because I'm telling you something right now, bro. If something, and God forbid, knock on wood, bro. But I'm going to tell you something right now, gang. If I ever in my life drop my kid off somewhere, and I come back to that same place to pick my kid up, shorty, and my kid is not okay, folks, I promise you, gang, I'm crashing the fuck out, bro. I'm going to fucking jail, gang. I'm not going to know what else to do, bro. I'm going to jail. It's over.
And sadly, the girl was declared dead around 4:42 p.m. right at the St. Bernard Hospital.
Somebody better tell me something.
Johnson was charged for the murder of Ammani Cotton and is still arrested to this day. As you can see in this picture stands the mother and the father of Ammani Cotton. This next incident, a crazy mystery with a family of 4 and 3 dogs would happen, which this will all happen pretty recently. It would be September 17th, 2023, in the late night hours around 8:43.
Now, Romeoville is a very suburban, white, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the real suburbs of Chicago. Like, when you get to Romeoville, if it is some murders, it's like the weird white kid that's like weird on some Jeffrey Dahmer type. You know, it ain't no gangster shit going on.
The police were called to conduct a well-being check at a home in the 500 block of Concord Avenue. This was after a family member didn't show up for work or respond to calls from relatives throughout the day. When the officers arrived, they found all 4 family members dead. Plus, 3 dogs was also found dead in the house. This was a tragic mystery that nobody knew what happened or who committed the murders.
What
These
the
murders were so
hell?
much a mystery that all of the residents was asked to share any information or if they had surveillance footage to provide it. The people that were killed were Alberto Rolland, 38 years of age, and Zerada Bartolini, 32 years of age, and they had two sons, one 7 and one 9. But several days would go past before police would have a credible suspect, which would end up being a 31-year-old man. These next incidents would be one of the craziest murders that we went over, which would be a father and a son who were both sentenced for 2 different murders. Let's first talk about the father, which would happen around 1990. On early August 4th, Jeffrey Todd Wilson, 28 years of age at the time, who was also a West Side gang leader, and Jeffrey also had another member with him. These guys would set a house on fire in the 2600 block of West Monroe Street after a drug dealer who ran the crack house would refuse to pay street tax of $500 to $1,000 a week. Wilson would allegedly warn them, shut down or burn down. So Wilson and another member took it into their own hands and burned their crack house down. These guys would kill Lee Burnett, 46 years of age, and Floyd Spencer, 56 years of age, which police say were low-level workers at the crack house. Jeffrey Todd Wilson was sentenced to life in prison for the murders of these guys. But listen to this next crazy situation where his son would be sentenced to 99 years in prison.
God
Yolanda
damn.
Holmes was
And
a
his son, that bro. Them generational curses, boy, that should be real, bro.
Stylist and owned her own shop in Chicago. She was known to give back to the community and spoil her son. Her son is Kwame Wilson, 24 years of age. But Kwame Wilson had a plan on his hand to take out his mother.
Oh, that's the one that killed his mama for some goddamn life insurance money.
September 2nd, 2012, Kwame would hire a hitman named Gene Spencer, 22 years of age. His plan was to take out his mother because she had money for him that he would inherit after she died. So on that day, they went to her apartment in the 1000 block of West Montrose.
Weirdos. And then this nigga, you gonna see him all on Instagram flexing the money and shit, like.
Stab her multiple times and shoot her multiple times. Only 1 week after her death, Wilson would liquidate $90,000 from her bank accounts. He would fix up his Mustang with the money that he got and flex it in music videos.
Then yo dumbass, I'm gonna go fix up my car. Like, are you 10 types of fucking stupid, just dumb. Like, I'm telling y'all, gang, some of these people, bro, this is why y'all be, I don't kick it around niggas. I just don't be around people, cause everybody, I feel like everybody just slow. So you gonna, not only is you stupid enough to whack your mama for 90 racks, nigga, this ain't no, like, don't get me wrong, no amount of money is okay, but it ain't like we talking about 90 million, 7 billion, 2 million. We talking about $90,000 so you can fix up your goddamn Mustang? Your Mustang. And flex it in some rap videos? Your mama? That's not okay, bro.
And lost his mother to gun violence on November 14th.
My mother, she was a neighborhood woman.
And he went to her
entered her
funeral.
home, you know, and murdered her, you know, just to steal. Yeah, man. About to go get this $1,000 out for the fans, man. Really, I'm gonna take out $20,000, man. Just to show people, you feel me? I'm on a whole different level with this, man. I take this serious, man. So you can't.
I'm gonna go take out 20,000 just to show people I'm on a whole nother level. I'll take this serious. I got my mama whacked. Like, bro, you was a
Put me in the
weirdo.
same category as the others.
Oh yeah, and he was also an aspiring rapper named Young QC, which his mother helped fund his career. Him and 2 other people were arrested for the
Like,
crazy.
I guarantee you, boy, you sound like your mama was spoiling you and all that. I guarantee you your mama would have did whatever you would have asked her to do, gang. Like,
murder of his
you was
mother.
bogus, boy.
He is now serving over 99 years in prison
All 3
for the
of they
murder
ass
of his
bogus as
beloved
hell.
mother. But that'll be about it for this video. Make sure
I ain't
you
gonna
like.
lie. Now, that video, it was titled Chicago's Most Horrific Murders. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, boy. They lived up to that title, boy, because, god damn, I need a break. Shit.